How we doing, everybody? UFC Thoughts here, and today I'm going to be recapping UFC 317 Topuria vs. Oliveira. Wrapped up yesterday about 1 in the morning. I lost my voice a little bit, so yeah. Pretty solid international fight week. I think there was a lot of fun fights on here. I think this was actually probably one of the best watching international fight weeks we've seen in a while. I'd say it was better than 303. I think 290 was pretty good. I think it was probably 276 was all right. And then the one prior to that was 266, I think, for some reason, which was in September, but it was International Fight Week. I think it was better than that one. It's up there with like 290 in recent International Fight Weeks. I did decent on picks. I went 8-3. And on the main event, I got it correct. Speaking of which, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. There is no meme. Charles Oliveira is dead. He got brutally knocked out in the first round. Ilia is different. I've been watching the UFC. My first ever card I watched, you can call me a casual, was 196 when Conor fought Nate Diaz, but I haven't been consistently watching the UFC since 2020. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never seen a fighter that's as good right now as Ilia Topuria. I never got to see John Jones in his prime. Islam was really good. Ilia is doing motherfuckers so dirty in there. And he's cocky as ever, bro. It really does bring up like a prime younger Conor on his rise into like the Eddie Alvarez fight almost. But Ilia doesn't have that Nate Diaz loss. You know what I mean? And everyone thought that this might have been the chance to maybe stunt the fire because Charles would be too big. Dude, Ilia, the power definitely translates. Let's stop with that bullshit. That the power, it definitely translates up. Actually, it might have gotten better. Like, you know how Josh Emmett was like, my power's gotten better, and they were like, how the fuck does that even happen? Ilia, it happened to Ilia. He hits harder now, and he's better. And when the fight got to the ground, Ilia reversed the takedown from Charles Oliveira. He cut him really early with a left hook on his eyebrow, and he started elbowing the shit out of him. Charles, of course, was trying to get a submission, started rolling for like a leg, and everyone was like, oh my God, Charles might get it. Ilia got out of it, and then was like, get back up. And then like 12, 15 seconds later, it felt like Ilia, body jab, jab. Dude, Ilia's boxing, when you can, and going into this fight, I was like, oh, dude, Charles is about to get done so bad. Going from watching an Ilia Topuria fight and Charles Oliveira, Lucas Tracy said it perfectly. Dude, the skill gap and the speed difference just on display there, it's fucking insane. From watching Ilia versus Max to Charles versus Michael Chandler, even Charles versus like Arman, dude, it is despicable the difference. And we saw that live. Ilia is so much better than these guys in the striking. And I don't see anybody at 155 that he can even come close to fucking beating this dude. Like even any prospects, because here's the problem with Ilia. He's only 28. And I know Ilia's been saying that he wants to retire young, this, that, and the other. But he says 3 more fights. He's never been the most active guy. He usually takes 9 months off in between. We got at least about like 3 years left of this fucking dude. Just terrorizing the division. I hope Ilia comes back around October. Maybe put him in Abu Dhabi against... I know they're trying to push the Paddy Pimble fight. Be honest with you, I hate that fight. Personally, I think Ilia would fucking destroy Paddy. Maybe that actually, you know what? Maybe that actually be good because I don't really like Paddy Pimble all that much. But merit-wise, he doesn't deserve it whatsoever. He's done nothing in the division. He beat Michael Chandler, and Michael Chandler's fucking god-awful. So, and prior to that, he beat Bobby Green, or King Green now, I guess. Sorry to dead name that motherfucker. Yeah, Ilia. Charles, I don't know what he does next, because after that, I don't even know. Dude, the way his eyes rolled, fucking bitch, dude. The slow-mo killed me, dude. It was like watching my dad get beat up. You know what I mean? Dude, I've seen Charles lose before, obviously. I mean, we've all seen the 3-minute fucking highlight reel of him fucking just giving up sometimes. God, it's like whenever Charles loses now, it's like, fuck. When he lost to Islam at 280, I was like, God damn it. When he lost to Arman at 300, I was like, God damn it. This is the first time out of any of those fights that I actually picked against him, but I was rooting for him. And then Ilia slumped him unconscious. So, he's going to be the best fighter of all time by the time he retires. If Islam ever mans up and fucking fights him. Islam, please fucking fight Ilia. I know that you don't want to, and you want legendary status of your own. Dude, that fight is so much more tantalizing now. It's so fucking awesome. Please, just make that fight. We move to the co-main event. Alexandre Pantoja versus Kattar of France. This whole fight build up, I was hyping up Kattar France's takedown defense. Pantoja's actually just that good. He made Kai look like a bitch. He made Kai look like easy work out there. He was beating him in the stand-up, too. Got his back on multiple occasions. Round 1 actually mauled him. Round 2 did the same exact thing, and round 3 was looking pretty much the same. It's just Kai was landing those little pitter-pat shots. And then he gave up his back, and Alexandre got a rear naked choke and choked him out in round 3. Round 1 got the similar position, wasn't able to capitalize on it, but just held it. He was beating Kattar France up with body kicks, which is something that he was actually doing. Dude, UFC 5 actually predicted the main card 100%, which is fucking crazy. Because I went 3-2. Oh, shit. Great win for Pantoja. We'll get into who he's fighting next. He's fighting Joshua Band next, and I'll break that fight down next. That fight was fucking crazy. Pantoja made it look simple. And that scares me. Because even though I don't think Kattar France is crazy good, I actually think that he's heavily overrated in the flyweight division. Nobody's ever really done him like that. Even in the Moreno fight where he got finished, he had a lot of success in that fight on the stand-up. He was actually doing pretty well. Even though his output is lower, he was actually doing decent on the feet against Moreno. In the Brandon Royval fight where he got actually subbed, he hurt Royval and had him stumbling, but then he got hurt himself. But Kattar France has been, in most fights, he had, no success in this fight. You can point to some moments where he landed some big stuff on the feet, but even then, Pantoja would come back at him with 5 punches. And Kai, like I said, can't string combinations together other than 3-punch combinations that he spams, is shit. He kept ducking, and he got scared of the takedown. And Pantoja, even though he got scared of the takedown, he still was getting him down with ease. Pantoja's on another level right now, man. I saw some dude on Twitter talking about how Pantoja's the 4th best flyweight. He's definitely better than Joseph Benavidez. With that win, I think he goes above Davison Figueiredo all time. I think he goes above Davison. That win, beating Kattar France that easily, his 4th title defense, right? Is that his 4th title defense? Because it was Royval at 296, 301, 310. Yeah, that's his 4th title defense. 4 title defenses in modern MMA. You rarely see that. You know what I mean? He's the longest reigning male champion right now because Islam, of course, dipped. Dude, Pantoja's him. And I think that he beats Joshua Van if they fight. Joshua Van, he's got great brick wall takedown defense. Kattar France had that. You know what I mean? But he got fucking ragdolled. And on the feet, it's like Pantoja can take such a big punch and he's able to move forward and just not give a fuck. Great win for Pantoja. He's going to fight Joshua Van next. Kattar France, he can fight the... Who's an up-and-coming flyweight? You can do him versus the winner of Temirov Almabayev. Or you do him versus Manel Kopp. Fuck it. We move to Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van, the featured fight. This was a fight. I want to point to this. When you got fights like fucking Naimov Grad on that Baku card, when you got motherfuckers fighting like that, I want to point to something like this and be like, this is why we watch, motherfuckers. This is why we watch your sport. Brandon Royval and Joshua Van went to fucking war. Round 1 I gave to Joshua Van. I knew this fight was going to be the output of Royval versus the actual accuracy of Joshua Van. Brandon Royval is very much like a Nate Diaz in there, where he kind of just throws a bunch of shit, hoping it sticks. Round 2, I gave to Brandon Royval, and it's actually kind of close, because Joshua Van did land some big shit, but so did Royval. Round 1, a lot of jabs landed from Royval. Round 2, he was actually landing his 1s and 2s. He was landing a good uppercut. Round 3, dude, it was kind of like round 2, but Joshua Van was landing a bit better in round 3 than he was in round 2, and then he knocked him down at the end of the round, almost chinned Royval, because Royval, he heard that clack, or that 10-second click, and he was like, I gotta fucking go, let me fucking get my badass moment, and then he got chinned for it. Joshua Van went from not being ranked at 313, I want to say, because I think they booted him off the rankings for fucking Kaya Sakura, to being ranked. He won at 316, and he was number 10. He got moved down to number 12, and now he's number 1 in the world. Dude, Joshua Van's story is crazy. Made his debut, I want to say he made his debut on Topuria versus Emmett against Zhalga Zhumagulov, which was in 2023. And then he fought at 295 against Kevin Borjas, obviously. Yeah, dude, Joshua Van is the fucking man. He is so fucking good. I don't think he beats Pantoja. I think Pantoja's a different monster than Brandon Royval, in the grappling especially. And he's better than Ray Saruya and Bruno Silva and Cody Durden. Let's get that first and foremost. But that'll be a fun fucking fight. Joshua Van, very fun to watch. This is probably fight of the year so far. JDM Bilal. Dude, isn't that crazy that Bilal and JDM is such a crazy good fight? That was pretty cool. And Volkanovski versus Lopez was pretty fucking badass as well. But this fight was bad. Dude, this fight was super good, man. Joshua Van landed a lot of counter right hands this fight. He did really well in the countering department, because Brandon Royval did just kind of throw out his shit, because he kind of throws it out. He throws his jab and kind of puts his head up. He's like, It's like, I don't know what, he's like saying sup to his opponent while he's hitting him. But yeah, Joshua Van, what a fucking fight. And Brandon Royval too as well. And it sucks for Brandon, because dude, he was coming off fucking Moreno wins and fucking Tetsuro Taira wins in 5-round fights. It's almost like you should just ask for 5 rounds if you're Brandon Royval, which is probably what he's going to get next, is a 5-round main event of an Apex fight. But great win for Joshua Van. We move to Beneil Dariush versus Hanato Moicano. God damn it, get off my fucking screen. Beneil's back, baby. He out-grappled the fuck out of Hanato, like I said he would. Hanato would get out-grappled by Beneil Dariush. Round 1, he was winning, and then he got dropped, which pissed me off, because I was like, God fucking damn it, Beneil. He was winning round 1, too. Round 2, Beneil, he smudged the shit out of him. Smudged the ever-living fuck out of Hanato Moicano. Round 3, outstruck him beautifully. And fucking dominated in the grappling. Beneil Dariush, easy man, the motherfucker. Not so easy now, is he, Hanato? Not so easy, is he, buddy? I didn't even think you had the punch power. You still almost fluked him with your power. How? Beneil's chin is terrible. But I was like, dude, there's no way he gets knocked out by Hanato after that first round. And I was like, dude, round 2, you guys watch. You're about to watch a comeback. Round 2, he's about to fucking ragdoll him. Dude, he Moicano, like in the Jalen Turner fight, but he just didn't finish him. Yeah, he smudged him in the grappling, got every single takedown. And like I said, Beneil is one of the best scramblers in this lightweight division. Besides him, it's really him and Gamrot. And Gamrot, he won the scrambles against Gamrot. He out-scrambled Gamrot. But after this, I don't know what you do with Moicano. That's 2 losses in a row, and everyone was like, damn it. And everyone's been like, dude, Moicano, he's a fucking problem. No, he's old, and he's had favorable matchmaking. And he just had a really good first round against Benoit Saint-Denis. And he fought a weight-drained Jalen Turner. And he fought Drew Dober and still lost a round in grappling. That's the reason why I picked Beneil Dariush. That second round, he tried to throw Drew Dober, and Drew Dober actually reversed it and threw him and landed up on top and beat the fuck out of him. And then round 3, Drew Dober was kind of tired, and then Hanato got the takedown. But anyways, great performance by Beneil Dariush. Y'all must have forgot. I think you could do him versus... I would do him versus Fiziev, but I think Fiziev versus Gamrot is the fight to make the rematch. Probably a 5-round co-main event or something like that. Beneil is so weird because I don't really know what you do with him. Because he's kind of in that limbo position because there's a lot of movement going on right now in the top of the division. Who's an up-and-comer that you could do him against? What are the lower divisions of lightweight, actually? Benoit, I don't know. Grant Dawson has a fight, though. Doesn't he? Or is that fake news? You know, I think that's fake news. I think I remember seeing that fight got canceled. Because he was supposed to fight Joel Alvarez, but then Joel Alvarez is officially moving up. I mean, you could do him in Roofy, I guess, if you ever feel inclined to do that. We move to the start of the main card. Payton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. Great performance from Payton Talbot. And I will say this, he did way better in the grappling than I thought he would. And Felipe Lima did better on the feet than I thought he would. I think he won the first round based off of his striking. He actually landed a lot of good shit. Round 2, Payton just outworked him and actually reversed takedowns and ended up on top. And round 3 did very much the same thing. It was Felipe Lima panic shooting against Payton that got him in terrible positions. And he was actually doing good on the feet. It's just Payton was walking him down and he kind of got scared because Payton's a big guy. And Felipe was like, oh shit. And he shot a takedown and then got reversed. Payton's back in the win column, baby. His takedown defense looked really fucking good. He still was giving up his back, but Felipe Lima wasn't able to capitalize by actually getting it. So good on that. But Payton Talbot wins, man. I'm happy for him. I wore his shirt yesterday. I have merch of Payton Talbot. I was scared. Dude, Payton Talbot winning, Beneil Dariush winning, Kamaru Usman winning. Dude, life is fucking good, dude. Merab winning. Yeah, I'm joking. But Payton Talbot, I think you do him and Adrian Yanez next. He's been calling him out since he beat Giannis Gimuri at 303. Adrian Yanez is in no position to decline that fight. Make that fucking fight. Put it on a pay-per-view. Come on. What are we doing here? Felipe Lima at bantamweight. I don't know what you really do with him. I think you could do him versus who's a good matchup for him? Him versus like Cameron Smotherman, maybe? Cameron Smotherman or who's that one who just beat Cameron Smotherman at Des Moines? Fucking Surrey City. Him and Surrey City would be fun. Another really tall, lanky guy for him to fight who's got holes in his grappling a little bit. You could do that fight. You could do that in that Canada card coming up in Vancouver or whatever. It's in October, I believe, October 12th. Do Felipe Lima and Surrey City there. That'd be fun. We move to the featured prelim. Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez. Holy shit. Y'all thought Taporia was the only one who caught a body. Oh my god. Jack Hermanson, dude. And I'll say this. Jack was teeing him up. I'll give everyone this, dude. He was teeing RoboCop up. He was bones cracking. Jack, I don't know what the Lucas Tracy song. Dude, he was fucking crafty betting Gregory Rodriguez, and he was jabbing his foot. Dude, Gregory looked like he got hit by a fucking bus when he knocked Jack. Dude, he had all these cuts on his fucking face. Dude, Jack has got fucking pebble punches. He punches like Sean Strickland. That's why knuckles. Punches with his knuckles. He punches really weird, and dude, Gregory's face was fucking blowing up. But when Gregory landed flush the one time... oh, no. And the follow-up shot is what made it so sad. Because that gave him CTE already. RoboCop was walking Jack down the entire time, kind of lumbering, kind of at a lower pace than the Jared Cannonier fight. Jack was jabbing the fucking face off of RoboCop. RoboCop went in with a right hand and then a left hook. He 2-3'd him. And the left hook, Jack left his right hand just like a little bit too low, and RoboCop fucking starched him out cold, stiffed as a board. And then he fucking Joaquin Buckley, Andre Fialho'd him, where he like slowly walked up to him. Herb Dean is like at his waist. He's like, don't do it. And RoboCop fucking Ngannou overeems him, where he fucking lands a brutal right hammer fist on his like neck. It was disgusting. Jack Hermanson was out for like 3 minutes. I hope he's okay. I really hope Jack Hermanson's doing okay. That's a terrible knockout to suffer at 37 years old. RoboCop, you're a fucking disgusting human being. That was brutal. Great win, though. That was needed for RoboCop after that Jared Cannonier. He needed a knockout like that to kind of get back in the viewing points of MMA fans, because everyone was like, oh my god, you gotta be a fucking wash Jared Cannonier. But, dude, great win for RoboCop. Jack, I really hope you're okay, buddy. Please don't fucking... Dude, that was a terrible knockout. We move. To Hyder Emil versus Jose Miguel Delgado. Dude, this might have been the fight that made me lose my... Dude, I was saying fuck you to Hyder Emil for, I think, 3 minutes straight. I fucking hate Hyder Emil. I should have put him in my video. I kind of forgot about him. Dude, Hyder Emil, I don't know if you've been watching his podcast. He is a fucking little prick. He talks so much shit about everybody. And Jose Miguel Delgado put hands on ass, bro. You fucking beat the shit out of Hyder Emil, baby. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go. Dude, fuck Hyder Emil, dude. Fuck Hyder Emil, dude. He's a piece of shit. Great win for Jose Miguel Delgado. Got a little scrappy there where Hyder Emil, Jose was kind of getting wary of the stand-up and went. Dude, it was so fast. I didn't even realize it was 26 seconds. Jose went for like a clinch position. Hyder Emil, low-key, like kind of just threw him off of him. He's a very strong guy. But then Jose was like, I'm going to go. You're not going to like it. Landed like a 2, a 3, an uppercut, and then went for a knee up the middle. Shut Hyder Emil off with the knee up the middle. And Hyder Emil, to be fair, was kind of recovering. He was kind of recovering. But the way he stiffed up when the knee landed, it reminded me a lot of what Terrence McKinney usually does to people, like Brendan Marat and who's another guy that he like even Drew Dober in a way where they kind of just like freeze up. Great win for Jose Miguel Delgado. The 35-year-old prospect in Hyder Emil finally lost his O. By the way, this week I'm going to be uploading prospects and losing their O, part 2, because it's been another 3 months since then. We're going to see Hyder Emil on that shit. Yeah. But Jose Miguel Delgado, great win for him. He called out William Gomez. I think he's above William Gomez now. I don't even think he needs that fight. But if you want to throw that on that Paris card, be my fucking guest. That'd be a really fun scrap for him. I'd like to see Jose Miguel Delgado fight kind of a scrappy motherfucker again. Because, dude, he creates highlights. You look at his Contender Series fight, the Conor Matthews fight, and now this. Bro, Jose Miguel Delgado's a walking highlight reel. Get him in there with fucking, dude, him and fucking, Wiley Cat, Daniel Santos. That would be such a fun fucking fight. I'm not complaining about him and William Gomez. That's another fight you can throw on that Canada card in Vancouver. Great fight for Jose Miguel Delgado. We move to Viviani Araujo versus Tracy Cortez. Viviani got touched by age, and Tracy capitalized. Really good performance from Tracy Cortez. I'm not going to sit here and be like, she fought a wash, Viviani. Viviani did look a bit more like her age in this fight, but Tracy Cortez, I'm not going to take away from that performance. She fucking dominated. She made it look fucking easy, and she was actually doing good ground and pound, got takedowns. in positions where Viviani had her back in round 1, she was able to shuck her off and get on top. In round 2, got the takedown. Tracy looked good. That's what I want to see more of. You know what I mean? I want to see more of that in fights from Tracy Cortez. You know, she's getting dog-walked on the stand-up by Rose. It's the speed, and Viviani wasn't as quick as she usually is. And Tracy's still on the feet. She actually did land some good stuff on the feet, to be fair. Good win for Tracy Cortez. The only female fight slowed things down. Well, you know, we move to Terrence McKinney versus Vyacheslav Borshev. Yes! I tweeted this after the fight. Let's go, Terrence. Use that grappling. He fucking did, baby. Let's fucking go. Terrence won by first round submission. I think I picked him by first round KO. But I said that in the grappling, Terrence would be able to dominate. I thought he would go for ground and pound, but he actually subbed Vyacheslav in under a minute, which is crazy, by the way. It took Chase Hooper fucking almost 10 minutes to do that. Terrence immediately, Vyacheslav threw a leg kick. Terrence did the thing where he catches it and then goes for the punch, and he immediately knocked Vyacheslav on his ass, and he immediately landed on top of him and went for an anaconda and just started grinding for it, going for the legs, and then he mounted Vyacheslav into a mounted kind of anaconda guillotine situation, and Vyacheslav was Marab maxing for a second where he was kicking his head, and then he had to tap because he was getting choked unconscious. But good shit for Terrence McKinney. 2 fights in a row that he's won. Yeah! Lightweight. Who wants it? Who wants Terrence McKinney, baby? Who fucking wants him, dude? Terrence McKinney, throw him on the list of guys that won. I fucking love Terrence McKinney, dude. Let's fucking go, baby. My guys are winning. Dude, they weren't winning early in the year, to be honest. I was getting fucking pressed. Fucking Esteban and Alex Bahia losing. I was like, this fucking sucks. But let's go, Terrence. Great win. Nobody does Vyacheslav Borshev like that. You know, it's usually wrestle fucking. And people on Twitter were like, Terrence McKinney isn't going to wrestle fuck Vyacheslav. What? Did you not see him versus Fares Ziam? Thank you very much. You didn't see that? Huh? I think Terrence McKinney should fight. Him and Nicholas Moto would be crazy. That would be a very kill or be killed kind of fight. That'd be fun. Him versus Tom Nolan. Maybe you could do that. Tom Nolan just beat Vyacheslav. He's probably going to fight soon. There's a Perth fight night coming up. I don't know when. I think it's in October or September or something. I don't know. They announced it, but they didn't say what date it was. I'm just happy to see Terrence win. We move to Nico Price versus Jacoby Smith. Not really the fight I was expecting, to be honest. I thought he was going to knock him out very quick. Almost did. Hurt him really bad with a left hook in round 1, but Jacoby Smith started using his wrestling. Jacoby Smith looked gassed after round 1, which I'm not a huge fan of, because on the Contender Series, dude, he had cardio for days, bro. Round 2, he kind of got lucky that Nico started getting cocky, and he threw 3 naked kicks in a row, and Jacoby kind of capitalized on the third one. And then he immediately locked in. First submission win for Jacoby Smith in his entire career. So, great win for Jacoby Smith. I wanted to see him win in the first round, but I like seeing this where it's he's getting tested. He is getting tested. I didn't want to see it by Nico Price, to be honest. I wanted to see it by a bit better comp, but because I thought he was going to steamroll Nico, and he didn't. But he almost got a 10-8 in the first round. But good win for Jacoby Smith. Love seeing him win. That's the guy. He's still good. We move to the start of the entire card. Jonathan Diniz versus Alvin Hines. Actually a very fun scrap. Round 1 I gave to Jonathan Diniz. Round 2 I gave to Jonathan Diniz. I think round 3 is the round you can give to Alvin Hines because Jonathan kind of slowed down. Visible damage was crazy in this fight because Alvin just started getting beat the fuck up and his eyes started swelling up. He started bleeding out of his nose. Great, actually really fun scrap. Alvin Hines came there to scrap. He got a scrap. Jonathan Diniz wins. Back in the win column after the March and Tybura shit. Yeah, good one for Jonathan Diniz. He should be looking for a Martin Budai type matchup next. You know, he's 3-1 in the UFC. His only losses to March and Tybura. You know what I mean? It's dude, Marcin is fucking great. Dude, March and Tybura. Great win. Alvin Hines, keep him around. He's a fun heavyweight. He's actually good to watch. You know what I mean? He's a fun scrapper, and he's got wrestling in the back pocket, so it's fun to keep these guys around. UFC 317, was better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I knew that there was some fun matchups on here. Great fights. Van versus Royval was great. Pantoja versus Kattar France was actually pretty fun. Ilia, god damn it, Charles. Moano, Beneil was decent. Talbot, Felipe was decent. Body. Great. Fuck it, let's go. But yeah, this weekend, there is no UFC. The next card we have is July 12th. UFC Nashville. This is what it is. Nashville. Lewis versus Teixeira. I'll break that down on Monday. Again, I got to break that down on Monday, so that'll be out on July 7th because I'm getting surgery on the 8th. This week, I'm going to try and post as much as possible, you know what I mean? I don't have to worry about a picks and breakdown video. I'm probably going to do a video talking about UFC Paris, UFC Shanghai, and UFC Noche, because those main events just got announced. That'll probably be my next video. I'll also post undefeated prospects losing their O. I'll talk about that some more later in the week. And then, what would you guys like to see me do? If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you want to see next. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.